sensibility and point of view have changed, and I have become a Mérien. That means an inhabitant of the underwater world.
So water is 70% of our planet, and do you think we've just been limiting ourselves to living on land? Are you saying the oceans have been overlooked?
Oui, il faut savoir que pour aller sous la mer...
Yes, it's not that we've ignored it, but more that we didn't have the equivalent technology to go underwater that was allowing us to go into space. It's now that we are developing new technology for undersea. Using the resources that we can find under the water could help us in many ways, like in pharmacology or harnessing new forms of energy generation.
How close are we to living underwater?
When explorers tried to discover the sea, they died, because the sea is dangerous. So I think there is a fight between explorers and the sea. We already have the tools, like the will and desire to do it. But the young generation don't have enough power, so it depends on money and politics.
Please turn left in half a mile, then keep to the right.
Look at some of his designs for underwater living, some of which have been built, like his first underwater house, Galatée, and others, like his latest design, a half-house, half-boat called Sea Orbiter, which are waiting for the money to be built. I want to mention that on the deck of his boat is this sporty-looking classic car boat thing, which has actual propellers. Très cool. Oh! Wow! Oh my god, you've got the tinting shot! This is an incredible space, and I'm really enjoying looking at the models of underwater places you've designed. When you're designing something that's underwater, what are the particular logistical problems that you face?
For an architect, constructing underwater is very different from on land.
Please turn left in 300 yards onto A110, then keep to the right.
On land, houses have a movement in the direction of the load, but in the water it's the opposite, so you need to consider that. Also, the surrounding pressure varies enormously depending on the depth.
So Jacques, this design, Galatée, looks like nothing I've seen before.
I look at the organic forms and work out how animals adapt to their surroundings. I can then recreate the same adaptation and so optimize the form and
please turn left in 30 yards.
Fish to go deep and to consume low energy.
How do you get clean air, electricity and drinking water in?
Well,
please keep to the right in 100 yards onto A110.
Enfield,
Now keep to the right.
which would supply it with all the energy and air. This can create electricity or be where you collect food from. You have a cord with huge cables.
In 300 yards, you will reach your destination. Your destination is on the right.
Bathroom, toilet, shower. You have lights, power for your computers, Wi-Fi. There are no issues.
And how does the electricity come from the boat?
The electricity is generated by solar and wind energy.
And then do you make the air yourself?
The air is
You have reached your destination. Your destination is on the right.
as a desalination system.
So we're talking near future, Jacques, and you've mentioned the expense of safely living underwater. So if it's not for everyone, who is it for?
There will be a greater penetration of man into the sea over time. Scientists will live in the sea and track its changes. But the underwater is not just for scientists, but is for sea lovers in general. People who dream, who seek well-being, and who want to live with these beautiful, multicolored animals.
While Jacques has managed to turn some of his designs into reality, many of the more ambitious ones haven't made it past the drawing board. I wanted to get hold of someone dealing with the day-to-day of underwater life. Meet Roger. He's a hard man to get hold of, and I just want to share his answer phone message with you.
Hi, this is Roger. Probably underwater or under pressure right now. So leave me a message and I'll call you when I get to surface.
Roger is an ex-military diver. He's in charge of operations at the Aquarius reef base. It's the world's only undersea research station, which currently sits in a sand patch 5 miles off America's Florida Keys. We grabbed a conversation in a rare moment when Roger was near a phone, and I asked him what the Aquarius is for.
It was built and developed for oceanographic research.
How big is your underwater laboratory?
The Aquarius is about 42 feet long. She's about the size of a school bus. The Aquarius itself weighs about 82 tons.
The school bus sits around a depth of 50 feet and needs a support staff of around 12 people, 1 or 2 in the base itself, and the rest on the surface supporting the mission with maintenance and taking supplies in and out.
Also remember, this is a 24/7 operation once we have people living inside, so we need to monitor the oxygen levels, carbon dioxide levels, temperature, humidity, things like that.
So this sounds intense.
It is. You know, sometimes when people start thinking about living underwater for long term, it sounds great and all that, but it's not an easy thing to do, and it's costly and expensive, to tell you the truth.
We've had a lot of people who have these great ideas about living underwater, but I think Aquarius is one of the few places around the planet where we've found you, and you're actually doing it. You are living the dream. And so I kind of want to know a bit more about what kind of changes for humans when we get underwater.
The most noticeable one for your average folks is perhaps a change in your voice. Not much, because we're not very deep. That's because the air becomes denser. Physiologically,
之間嘅關係行入呢。
Route recalculation.
咁首先講講就係呢個全民檢測。大家都會有一個網上邊有一個講法，就係叫林鄭走得快就必定有古怪。咁大家知道咧，就係由呢個故宮喺西九落戶成為故宮博物院分院，將啲嘅鬥泥嘢攞嚟香港展出，咁就俾一大嚿錢。咁第二嘅經典就係呢個送中修例啦，煮好之後就倒出嚟，咁然後咧就逼大家食。咁第三咧就係走得快有古怪咧，就係一個全民測檢啦咁樣。咁一推出之後咧，其實大家都我唔明啦，其實點解喺第三波疫症爆發就嚟完嗰陣時先至出咧咁樣？大家有好多睇法，譬如資料會唔會送中啊？會唔會係成為健康碼之前嘅第一步啊？會唔會係同呢個嘅限聚令啊撤銷，就要將佢兩個捆綁啊咁樣？咁亦都有好多專家質疑究竟呢個嘅普西嘅叫做普及西茶有冇用咧？呢個
Please turn right in 200 yards onto A110, then keep to the right.
反對啦，區議會亦都反對啦。但係咧就大家都估唔到啊！呢個全民測檢發展
Now turn right.
殺氣騰騰，繼國安法之後，兩辦同嘅發聲明咧，就係警告香港反對呢個全民測檢嘅人士別有用心，認為佢哋咧就係挑撥呢個特區與中央嘅關係，就重演呢個反送中運動嗰種嘅政治攬炒。咁咧亦都係佢哋話佢哋係冇底線啦、冇人性啦，甚至係不理法律啊等等。講到咁
Now keep to the right.
啲嘢都要觸犯國安法咧，呢個合理嘅推論嚟。既然呢個全民測檢係為咗香港人嘅抗疫，點解又會變成係一個政治工程，甚至要去到兩辦法聲明去針對一小撮呢個範？
Please keep to the left in 100 yards onto A105. Now keep to the left.
一人為本啊嘛，咁你咪説服再説服咯。點解會將呢個人民內部矛盾會上升到成為敵我矛盾咁樣嘅咧？咁就更加令人懷疑。本來大家都覺得會唔會係諗多咗咧？但係睇完兩辦反應之後，更加令人會唔會真有其事？呢個係一個背後有一個更龐大嘅一個收集香港人個人數據嘅工程咧。 咁嗱，諗翻轉頭，呢個全面測呢樣，大家用常識去做，兩個層面我唔專家，我只係用常識去做。呢個檢測測咗之後，有效時間只不過係得7日，7日之後證明你呢段時間7日之後你再感染，咁呢個檢測就冇效。咁即係話要不斷去做，不斷去做㗎嘛，付費幾多資源，不斷去做。即係話每7日你要去測一次喎，有冇可能咧？我當你每14日你要測一次咧，又有冇可能咧？所以一出嗰陣時，喺街訪記者嘅街訪。有線新聞嘅街訪裏邊都見到就係話呢個驗孕不等於避孕喎，呢個咪就民間智慧咯。驗孕有咩用啊？你知道有個細路食時有避孕藥咯，但係如果你係濫交嘅，咁你又點可以避免自己懷孕？咁所以呢個首
Please turn left in half a mile.
效率低、勞民傷財、冇 Q 用嘅一個政策，常都知嘅。嗱，聶德權基本上港英出身嘅政務官都唔知廢到咁嘅地步，就話可以找出社區裏邊嘅隱性病人，阻斷呢個感染鏈，阻斷7日，係咪？因為你嘅全民測檢，到你排隊之後，你喺觀塘區做完晒之後，做完晒5000個觀塘區嘅居民，其實佢好快已經呢個測檢係冇效㗎啦，已經係。如果佢周圍走嘅話，去咗10月1號國慶群組中咗翻嚟，賴翻喺觀塘區，之前測檢過嗰啲人要再嚟㗎啦嘛，其實。
Please turn left in 300 yards onto B154.
我就最信係咩咧？我冇意挑撥呢個香港群眾與祖國之間嘅感情。對於祖國大力支援香港，係咪？林鄭無能，係冇辦法動員去做檢測，結果要中央大力支援派專家嚟幫助我哋去遍地開花141個咁樣嘅檢測中心，連選舉都唔選，呢個好大嘅恩情嚟嘅，肯定。我就最信咩咧？我最信中央嘅朋友就係世衛嘅譚德塞，同埋投訴香港電台及佢嗰個叫做 Mike Ryan。
Now turn left.
同樣到不得了嘅，我只係信美國疾控中心 CDC 兩大部門嘅啫，因為 CDC 就係佢哋就玩完嘅。
Please turn right in half a mile.
虎頭西面，即係全檢測。咁咧就喺 CDC 就喺27號之前25定26號啦，我冇記錯。就係修訂咗佢哋自己呢個檢測嘅指南 ，CDC 發出嘅指南，認為普及篩查係冇需要，只係針對高危接觸過嗰啲高危嘅先至有需要。冇病徵嘅、冇感染機會嘅係需要進行呢個全面檢測。呢個係 CDC 喺 CDC 嘅指南，所謂檢測指南公佈之後。27號呢個 Mike Ryan 世衛裏邊突發事件主任。
Please turn right in 300 yards onto A10.
國家不應該將資源擺落去做普篩，因為咁樣係耗費資源，亦都冇用。佢嘅睇法係咩咧？第一，要去對付嗰啲聚落爆發嘅聚落群組，即係話譬如的士，譬如呢個回歸卡拉 OK 群組，同佢哋接觸過嗰啲，全部都要做檢測。高危嘅全部都要做檢測，的士群組。
Now turn right.
係在於數量，檢測係在於準確、效率同埋快速。因為如果唔係，佢已經周圍走㗎啦嘛，已經係。我就覺得我以前都唔信譚德塞嘅，因為佢都係大陸嘅呢個奴才嚟㗎嘛，咁喺呢個問題裏邊就唱反調嘅。世衛另外一位流行病學專家呢個 Maria Van Kerkhove 嘅講法係咩咧？都係唔需要嘅，係針對高危，即係話要有針對性檢測對的人，佢嘅講法叫做 right fit person 先至有用。如果唔係嘅話，就 資源耗費咗，亦都達唔到個目的。咁我好想問下，當初我哋公關又唔出嚟又警示，因為世衞啊嘛，林鄭搞到我哋一鑊粥啦，死咗咁多人。咁點解而家世衞公開表示普西係冇用？咁而林鄭堅持冇答覆喎。你話嗰啲所謂專家，你講緊係何柏良啦、袁國勇啦，定係 BlackVue 定係
Please take the first exit from the roundabout in half a mile.
身為一個公職人士，咩叫所謂專家？專家就係專家，係咪？你去貶低人哋身份，人哋同你唔同意見，你就貶低人哋身份。你話你唔識政治，只識管治。我想問，任何一個領袖管治之道係咪咁嘅作風？係嘛？只要你唔同我意見，我就會單打，公開地去單打嗰啲人。
Please take the first exit from the roundabout in 300 yards.
定呢個中原嗰個嘅係咩老人金定啲乜鬼嘢？過咗咯喎，你唔知咩？
Now take the first exit from the roundabout.
建制派都頂佢唔順，講粗口問候佢哋咁嘅原因唔係佢知。而家故態復萌，佢話佢舊嘅林鄭翻咗嚟。